Pleased to be joined by head coach South Plains College Lady Texans, Coach Michelle Wyatt. And Coach, great start to the 2012 year for you. And it's not very often you're afforded the opportunity to play a lot of home games, but you had a great tournament here over the weekend and pick yourself up a couple of other good ones.
You know, no question, we were excited to be able to host that and to get a couple of good teams in here and you know, to double up with the men and have some double headers back to back and stuff, and you know, just to get our fans out and we have a lot of kids, area kids, and so gave their parents an opportunity to come over, and most of their parents did and brought other family members and stuff, so they were excited that they got to come and get to play on the home court, and so it was good.
That's one of the comments I keep hearing from a lot of people looking at the roster. You know, you throw a young girl in here from Dimmitt, and Lindsay Lee right here from Levelland, and now the girl coming in from Ropes. You've got a lot of local talent on this team, and quite frankly, they're very talented basketball players, homegrown right here in West Texas.
Exactly. You know, we always try to recruit West Texas and find the kids that we think can help us. And, you know, this year we probably have more than we normally do, but you know, Tashina Moore from Friendship, Alexis Dawn, even being up from Amarillo, you know, her family's been down and stuff. And so, but yeah, I mean, it's fun to get these kids in here that we know can help us win, and you know, it definitely helps the crowds.
Let's talk about the games on over the weekend. A couple of tussles, as you said, good opponents coming in here. Let's kind of recap those two ball games.
Well, we had Phoenix College the first night, and they had come in and played Midland. They had been on the bus all night and played Midland, and so they were a little sluggish that game. And so I really thought we would probably get a better effort out of them. And I don't know, we just kind of got going and kind of stretched it out there a little bit. And so I think, you know, just kind of took the wind out of them, I guess. Cisco I knew was going to be really tough. You know, they're in the region, and so I wanted to excited to see how we'd match up with them. I mean, they have height, they have athleticism, and probably the best team that we've played thus far during the season. And we got out to a pretty good lead. I think we led by about 12 at halftime, and kind of started the second half really sluggish, and they got back within 3 in the end. You know, we watched the video last night. We just kind of got going. Our defense created some easy baskets for us, and then we stretched it out. So I think the game was actually closer than the score indicated, but it was a great, you know, it was probably the first time that we've let a lead slip and a team come back, and then we kind of got our composure back and stretched it back out. So it was good for those young kids to kind of be in that situation.
Nice to see it against Cisco as well. I mean, it's not directly in the immediate conference, but in the region, as you said, it's got to be a pretty good measuring stick as you eke your way up a little closer to conference ball.
No question, and they're going to play, you know, they're playing Odessa, they're playing Howard, they're playing Midland and stuff, and so you can kind of see how you know, how they fare against them and things like that. And you know, since we're not playing those guys until January, but it does kind of give you an idea of where you might be sitting at and you know, where you need to get to.
Let's look at the schedule ahead. Of course, we're eking our way up now to Thanksgiving, and then things get a little jicky because of the holidays, and then you know, you're almost sneaking up on conference now. But let's talk about what's coming up for the Lady Texans.
We play Friday night. We're going up to Liberal, Kansas, and we play Seward Friday night, and then we play Hutch Saturday afternoon. And you know, by far, I think these teams will be conference teams. I mean, there's no question their talent will be just what we're looking for or what we'll see in January. And we've watched some Seward video from last year. They're bringing back probably about 5 kids that were on last year's team, and got a 6'4" kid, and we don't have a 6'4" kid, so we know that, you know, we've got some matchup problems, and we've got to get better boxing out, rebounding, and you know, since we are a little undersized, we've been talking about it all year. That's a weakness that we have, and we're working on it every day this week, and as we have all year. But you know, that's going to come down, I think, to whether we can get some wins is who's going to get more rebounds, and we're working on that. But you know, both teams are going to be tough. I mean, Hutch, I think they're ranked number 6 right now, and they have several kids back from last year's team that got to the national finals maybe. I know they got deep in the national tournament, and so it's going to be, you know, it's going to be tough for us, but I think we're ready for it. I mean, and we need to see where we match up.
A couple of big ones coming up for you in Kansas. Getting a bit of a road trip ahead of you, but after that, again, we get toward Thanksgiving, and then things kind of snowball a little bit. You run through that month of December. It doesn't seem like it's a big month, and it really makes it look like conference is just right on the horizon.
You know, it is. I was looking at how many practices we have left this semester. I mean, we've only got, 3 weeks left of school after this week, and our practices are pretty limited, and then they'll have a couple weeks off, and we'll practice a few days, go out to Arizona, and then our conference games are Thursday, Saturday, Monday to get us started. So when you really start looking at all that, it happens pretty fast. So I mean, we were excited about the crowd we had over the weekend, and we're excited about where we're at. We know we've got to get a lot better at some things, but you know, they've got some confidence. They feel good about where they are. But these kids work really hard, and so if they stay with it, I think we could have a chance to be okay.